get producers.
Yes.
It's such a good idea.
It's good.
I laugh and laugh and I hear it's perfect.
It's amazing.
Dance along.
Now, I will get us started. You heard us talking about the coronavirus earlier. And for people like me who travel, I travel a lot. And just for everyone.
I
Yeah.
didn't mean to do it. I was saying I had a little air came down.
Okay. How concerned should we all really be? And what can we do to protect ourselves?
So I actually called around this morning and talked to some of the world's experts, including the virus hunter, the guy who has been to China and helps figure out what these viruses are. And he told me a few weeks ago what the CDC has said today, which is that it's going to be endemic, which means it's going to be part of who we are from now on. Just like the seasonal flu is.
Yes.
We don't all panic about seasonal flu. It's a pain in the neck. But the good news about this virus, despite the fact that it can be deadly, it's twice as deadly as the seasonal flu, it's very contagious, but it's not going to devastate us. It will come to this country. I don't see any way around it, but we're going to deal with it. And the mortality rates are not high. So when we have a vaccine, which we'll have in about 6 months, then we'll be in good shape. And until then, thankfully, the weather will be warm enough that the virus doesn't like the warm weather. So it'll slow down. So we've got perfect timing for our country.
I feel better right now.
Yes.
I gotta say, kudos. There's been a lot of bashing of China.
Yes.
Give them credit. They slowed this virus down.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little late in the beginning, but they slowed it down so the rest of the world has a chance to catch up.
Absolutely.
That's good deal. Good deal. Now it's my turn, and you know, you and I always talk about my weight issues. I did what you said when you remember you said you don't have to always eat breakfast,
Yep.
you know, and I intermittent fast. So now it's not my midweight is not as hard. Now it's turning a little softer, but internalized stress seems to make my midsection bigger. So why is that, and what can we as ladies do about it?
So think about this. 1,000 years ago, what was stress? Was it a deadline? Was it showing up at the talk on time? No. It was famine. It was not having enough food. So when we feel chronic stress, we actually respond by releasing hormones as though we were in a starvation mode. So we eat foods we don't even like, and we eat a lot of them, more than you have to. And then your body takes those same foods and deposits that fat in your belly, because that's how your liver can get to it. Remember that omentum? Sounds like momentum, but without the M? Right? So it deposits there on purpose to preserve us. We have to learn from that. Because if you can keep the stress, remember, stress is a rich person's word for fear.
Got it.
If you can deal with the things you fear in your life, then you'll be safe. Now, that's the thing. You know, Mark Wahlberg and I are fighting over this in a minute.
I love that.
And I have intel that he is vigorously training in preparation for the showdown,
Yes.
and he'll be medically cleared soon enough. That's my hope.
I think another big problem, you can probably attest this, is blood pressure. And my blood pressure last year, it was always normal, and then it just kind of went up due to stress. And I've been taking 10 milligrams of blood pressure medication for a year, and it's really good. So do I continue it, or do I stop?
The beautiful thing about the human body is it's incredibly resilient. We can bounce back from almost any issue. And chronic illnesses like high blood pressure, diabetes, they're destroying our healthcare system.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're a Democrat, there's no way any policy is going to work if you don't deal with these problems. But if we deal with these problems, all the systems will work that are being offered out there by Democratic candidates. Same for the Republican side.
Right.
So here's my thought on blood pressure. You can definitely, this is my specialty area, the heart.
Right.
You can definitely come off heart medications if you lose weight, deal with the stress in your life,
Right.
deal with the issues that we know make it worse.
Right.
But you shouldn't do it by yourself.
Right.
Because
I'm
sometimes,
doing those things, and that's good.
and you will
Right.
find that as you do those things, it's
Yeah.
much easier to reduce the amount of medication and even eventually get off it.
Okay.
And that is probably the
So that's
single
the
biggest
answer.
breakthrough idea for most Americans. They think, once I'm on that medication, I'm on it for life. That's not the point.
Right.
The medications are a crutch to get
It's
you
not a
back.
Barbie.
Of course not.
Right.
No one does. They're a crutch to get you where you're. It's a wake-up call.
Yes.
But those medications are just painting the cracks in the foundation of your health, and we can do better.
Okay.
I like that. Thank you.
My question is, as I see elderly people, you see the ones that are kind of stagnant, the ones that are full of energy and life. I want to know what to do now so that I can be like that fantastic 80-year-old.
Well, I'll give you two answers. It's a 1-2 punch. One's about the mind, one's about the body. The first is transcendental meditation. In fact, I learned about it, got excited about it from Paul McCartney, who I just met. And he, 50 years ago, he went to India with the Beatles, right? He learned it. He does it every day. He says it makes him creative, focused, but it brings you an inner peace so you can focus on what really matters. You can connect the dots of life that sometimes confuse us. It makes you resilient enough to deal with the stress issues that knock down your mind, build up your body,
Right.
which we don't want, right? But the real answer is simple. It's sex. Lots of it. Now, you may think, your hands up here. No, Sharon. They did studies. You don't get, you gotta go, right? There have been studies looking at people who have sex a lot versus those who don't have much sex. If you go from the average amount in America, which is once a week, to twice a week, then you actually live 3.5 years longer.
Can I say, I have a book about ancient, like, Chinese secrets, health secrets.
Yes.
That is, like, almost number 1 or number 2 is the sex.
The tantric sex.
Yes.
Can I say what this is really important for guys to hear? For the men, it's numbers of episodes. For the women, it's the quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quality matters.
Yeah.
And doing it yourself, you get half credit.
But you know what it seems like what you're saying in both the segments, that we need to deal with our stress. Right? We need to deal with our stress. So you saying I need to eat better,
But that'll help
have
stress.
more sex,
Yeah.
and eat cleaner.
So food
Yes.
stresses your body. When you walk into a grocery store, you're walking into a pharmacy.
Okay.
So if you can eat the right foods, it'll de-stress you so you can keep up with life.
Yes.
And the most important lesson of all is do with people you care about. There's nothing healthier than spending time with people you love, talking about stuff that matters. That's why this show works.
Yes! Thank you so much. The Dr. Oz Show airs weekdays. Check your local listing. We'll be right back.